And you can look at the intensity in those guys' faces.
Yeah.
You know, this is the level of intensity. This is that. These guys are definitely wanting this really bad.
But as an experienced player, Andre, would you say after playing 2 games in a best of 3, you would change your team?
And the thing is, like for example, I play with right now in FIFA. I usually play with Argentina a lot, but depending on who I play, I would adjust my tactics. But
Right.
usually when you play long enough, you have specific teams that you know that you want to play with. In a competitive setting like this, if you see that your plan isn't working, I'm sure he has contingencies.
Right.
In his mind, he probably knows, okay, if it's going in this direction, I'll probably bring out this team. I personally wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot of people I've seen do that. It's one of the intricacies about these knockout tournaments,
Right.
where these guys, you know, they have various strategies, and that's a wonderful thing about this tournament. They see all these different approaches to the game. You know, like for example, these guys are working frantically at their tactics, their possession, man marking, things like that. So in this final game here, obviously with the game 1 win each, and obviously with a heavy loss just now, he's going to have to ask himself, you know, do I go for, you know, an all-powerful team with great stats?
Oh, well, he did go for an all-powerful team because he moved from the French team to Barcelona.
Yes.
And I was looking at his formation. He's playing a 4-2-3-1.
Yep.
With those 3 playing right behind the centre forward.
He seems to favor that formation, but he prefers the Barcelona players. I'm guessing because of their
Hi
attacking
there everybody,
characteristics.
Martin Tyler along with Alan Smith today. A friendly fixture for you, and we're good friends together up in the commentary position. Our match today, Barcelona against Juventus. Barcelona's lineup.
So
here,
basically the crucial
Andre
game here, you know,
Ter Stegen
these
starts in
guys,
goal.
somebody
Piqué
has to
starts
win.
with Samuel Umtiti as
And,
the
you know,
centre-back.
obviously the change that we
Sergio
spoke
Busquets
about,
plays with
he has gone with
Arturo
Barcelona
Vidal
to
in the
try
centre
to
back,
attempt
and they'll play with
to
a
possibly
sole
neutralize
striker.
Juventus and their powerful attacking players.
Juventus lineup then.
And we'll see if that pays off for him. But he definitely realized that in his eyes that the French team, from his perspective, can't keep up with the Juventus attacking play on the
And
wings.
the great man is up front today, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Once again, you know, at finding space down the wings, but
from Juventus.
based on the style of players he picked, you know, attempting to neutralize.
Looked very good indeed, but the move was broken down. Jordi Alba.
The good thing is he has a
Looking
full,
good
you
when they
know,
get the
digital
ball out
90
wide,
minutes,
as
if
they
you want to
do.
call it that.
Yeah.
So, you
it
know,
was
he,
a real life 10 minutes.
and he has an
So
opening
we
here.
see-
Here's a chance, goalkeeper.
Desperately unlucky.
Exposed.
Perhaps should have
Referee
shot
looks to
maybe a
his
few
assistant,
seconds earlier.
who's got the flag up, it's offside.
But, you know, will he rue that chance?
Alexandro. Here's Douglas Costa. Matuidi.
Seems
Here's
as though
Alexandro.
Barcelona is they are looking for it, while the
The
Juventus
assistant
team sits back.
signals for the throw.
And
Alexandro.
the thing is, Juventus, obviously, their confidence will be really high after the last victory. He's clearly confident in possession, and he's not afraid to keep the ball in the middle half of the field, and he's very comfortable in the attacking zone in the opposition half.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, he just knocked the post.
Oh, tremendously unlucky.
Well, they
Dodging a
managed to
bullet
get
there,
out of harm's
Barcelona.
way then,
Again,
because it looked as though there was
we
going to
see
be some real damage
Sennty
done to
having the
them.
same defensive play.
Matuidi.
And once again, Juventus are creating opportunities and looking dangerous. And of course, in these games, you have to take your chances, but he did in the last game.
Yeah.
And what Barcelona needs to do, they need to stop that interpassing in the final third in their half.
Through ball has come from Dybala.
And like while I was saying it, the commentators
Again,
curse.
mid-sentence, Douglas Costa strikes.
The commentators curse.
Juventus in front.
So once again, this plays into the hands of Juventus because they clearly thrive on counter-attacking with one goal ahead, because it throws the balance off, because when you have that first goal, the opposition has to get a goal,
Yeah.
therefore creating spaces.
But a team like Barcelona, you can never count them out.
Yes. You know,
I mean, they're equipped with one of the greatest players in
Semedo.
modern times.
yes.
And I mean, he's
Busquets.
equally great. Once you
Here's
can use
Vidal.
him in the digital version of the game.
And you use the key term there, once you can use him, because he has to find a way to utilize these top players with these top statistics. Leo Messi goes without saying. Also, you have Vidal, who's physically strong. In my career mode, I purchased Vidal
Right.
purely for his physicality. He knocks players down, wins the ball back. And so clearly he's probably trying to use that physicality. He needs to get Messi in spaces where he could be dangerous and get shots off, because if Messi's far away from goal and his back is from goal, he won't create chances. And once again, a counter-attack from Juventus. Oh, a knife to the heart of Barcelona.
2-0. 30 minutes gone.
Cristiano Ronaldo, wonderful masterclass. Love him or hate him.
The Barcelona player has gone to his tactics. What would he do?
They switch into a 4-3-3 with
4-3-3.
a center forward. Oh, no. 4-3-3.
Not a bad formation for Barcelona. I mean, Suarez, Coutinho, Messi on top could bring a lot of pressure to any opponents.
Yep, and what he has to do, he has to go for it now. This is a deciding game. You have to attack because in the first couple of legs, you were still feeling each other out. He has to get that goal, but he has to ensure that he doesn't be very reckless because he could easily concede a third goal because this Juventus team is thriving on the counter-attack. These guys are completely living it up by just sitting back, absorbing pressure and scoring goals.
But I mean, from your experience, 2-0 down, you need to score 2 goals, but you need to score 3 goals.
Yeah.
What do you think is going through the mind of this player?
The thing is, you have to get 2 goals basically after the last result, and we spoke about the psychological component, and there we go, he gets one back.
He gets it.
And that's the thing, that's a wonderful thing about FIFA, that only FIFA players can understand that maybe in a real life setting, 2-0 would have been a foregone conclusion. But in this particular case, you adjust your team management, you play a couple things, you're back in the game. So all of a sudden now you're asking me the psychological component. In the last game, you know, obviously Juventus looked really comfortable. So there's that psychological component playing on his mind. So by him scoring this goal now, he probably gets that monkey off his back and will feel more comfortable to get some goals. And Juventus now will have to be careful now and try to see out the result. So it's a finely balanced game right now.
Sennty is now playing 7 men behind the goal.
Yes.
With Douglas Costa. Get
Ooh. That could have been a dagger for Barcelona.
I mean, if he pulls one back before the half,
real opportunity.
that will be
a chance like that to pull ahead.
challenging.
Well, that's when a manager wants to see a good
Yes, yeah.
Imagine being a coach, half-time you down 3-1.
Yeah, throwing digital shoes at the digital players. And the good thing is it's just the first half, so he can take solace in the fact that, you know, we have time, just be calm, create opportunities, take advantage of the wing play because he switched to the 3 at the front, and get Messi and those guys in attacking places. And he's clearly using the pace of Leo Messi here to try and create spaces and try to get Suarez to finish some of those chances.
So why do you think he plays Messi on the right though? Wouldn't you put him in the center? I mean, you need to penetrate Juventus defense somehow, right? And I guess Leo Messi is the man for that.
Yes. It seems as if he's going for trying to beat them for pace on the wings because Juventus have pacey wing backs. And it seems that that's what he's thinking from what I gather here. The catch is when you attack like this, opportunities like this are created. And wow, will Juventus rule those missed chances?
I have no idea, but they have missed a lot. Ooh, very good save from one of the most underrated keepers in the world.
Yes. He's a player that not much people speak about in Barcelona's success, but he is very much an essential component, digitally and in real life.
Of course he is.
He's trying to pull inside so he can create space on the wings, but credit to Juventus, they are not falling for it, they're keeping their line, and he's having difficulty getting in behind that defense. Interesting first half. Lovely first
Final
half.
4 minutes of this round of 8.
And this is what you get when you have the best people playing this thing. You have a very intense game, contrasting fortunes. Let's see how they approach the second half, because this will decide their progression.
Doesn't guarantee anything.
I mean, and I don't know if you know, but when I looked at the brackets, the top half of the bracket seems to have a lot of heavy players.
Yes.
Right? So the winner of this game is going to be playing the winner of Joe and Javon Charles, better known as Slick.
Yes.
A player who has been on the local circuit for at least 10 years.
Yes.
So imagine when you reach the finals, what sort of mindset you're going to have? I mean, you have just played 3 or 4 of the top players.
You know, on one side it fills you with a lot of confidence, but the higher up you go, you have to defeat the heavy hitters. He's definitely one of those guys. But right now the task at hand is to make sure and get to that point. Because when you start thinking ahead and you lose focus, that's when you could end up losing the game.
It's almost like in basketball being a player on the Western Conference.
Oh yeah, that is a tough side. It's just sometimes very unfair. It's a whole other sport, but the whole West side is just insanely disproportionate.
It's even tougher with LeBron James moving to the Lakers.
Oh yeah.
So let's take it right back to what's going on screen. We currently have Juventus leading 2-1. Juventus represented by our own local Johannes Vladi Joseph, 18 years prodigy.
In only one direction, and Chance here, going to the crowd to get a goal.
Seems as
I was
though
deceived.
Juventus
My eyes were
really
deceived.
looking for it. If they go 3-1 up
through the
now,
corner.
Andre, I must say
Well away
it's
from
game
goal.
over.
Yes, it plays into the hand of Juventus,
Yeah,
and they definitely, will definitely control possession
Alexander.
and take advantage of Barcelona's desperate attempts to try to equalize. What Barcelona need to do now is be calm and try to get that second goal, and then
Very
anything is
quickly when
possible.
they
And
get
if they can take
possession.
advantage of the wings here with the pace, obviously
Dembele.
Dembele and Messi on the wings,
Now
they can create
Suarez.
chances.
Very
but I must say,
important piece
looking
of
at
defending,
Sennty's play,
the
he
interception
seems
there.
to be more comfortable when he's using the former
Here.
French team.
Still
Yes.
30
Again, it
minutes
goes
left.
back, but he may have, or he must have his reason why he chose to change.
Cancelo.
Yeah, because
They can spread the play now.
interestingly enough, for
Here comes
example,
the
the French
support.
team,
Now
he did a lot
Quadrado.
of attacking down the wings with Mbappe. So he clearly likes a lot of wing play. He doesn't seem to like to go through the middle a lot.
Pjanic.
And I think one of the key differences I see in their styles is that Juventus are not
Dybala.
afraid to pass the ball around.
Yeah.
They are definitely not
Sandro.
afraid to keep the ball on top of the box,
Dybala.
create chances.
Position letting
As
Juventus
you can
have
see,
the
they're
ball
doing it
even
here.
this far up
Kudos
the
to
pitch.
Barcelona, they
Yeah.
intercepted. But it seems that his approach is to definitely pass the ball around the top
Messi.
of the box and be patient. And with the scoreline as it is, Juventus need to keep control of possession and be
Quick-witted,
effective. Don't just keep the ball for the sake of
his
keeping it,
movement
because
too, to
it
intercept.
will
Barcelona only needs one goal,
Suddenly
and
they
they know
could
it's
be
a
on the
game of FIFA.
counter-attack.
So one goal
He's
isn't
through.
that much, and look, Juventus is under attack. Just as we were speaking.
Shakira's boyfriend, Piqué, doing enough to stop that shot.
Maybe he could have cut back and passed to Douglas
Played
first, and it may have been another goal.
Away
Yes.
by the defender.
But the game is finally balanced right now. It could easily swing either way now. So we'll see how it goes, because Barcelona are slowly penetrating on the wings. They're attacking with 4 players overloading.
Yeah, and they're attacking, and Juventus is defending with 3.
So this game could swing anyway. One quick counter-attack. If he could pass here and make it. Can he finish?
Looks like it. Looks like it.
Oh, yes.
And it is it.
And the game is on, folks. The game is on. It is not over. This is why we came to this tournament, to see this type of football.
18 more minutes.
Joao Cancelo.
Who's
Exciting.
going to make it happen?
Quality players, Trinidad versus.
Eddie Benatia.
Guadeloupe.
Let's see how it goes. I have to admit, being a neutral here, of course, I'm trying to be impartial as a Trinidadian, but, respect to, our Caribbean brother.
Yeah.
This is an exciting game, and who knows how it's going to go.
See Barcelona going to his tactics. He may seem to look to attack a little bit more. He has raised his entire team a bit forward, so let's see. He may be just going for it. 15 minutes.
Yes, he needs that
One
goal.
goal you need to take you into extra time.
Substitute
Definitely
getting ready
needs that
for
goal.
Juventus.
What I've also noticed about
Well defended,
Sennty, he
just
seems to
getting
have
across.
a lot of
Caught
confidence
quickly
in his
as well.
goalkeeper.
Now this is an interesting attack. Now the shot. Fight for his
And
second
the thing
goal
is,
of the
with a
game.
couple minutes left now, it's all to play for. You're going to have to get that result. I think, now he should be definitely pushing players forward to get that result. Because if he doesn't get it, it's all or nothing.
These days.
You hear us saying in football, it's better to lose, 3-1
season.
than to not, go on the offense. Because if he just plays with too much possession, he's not going to win. So he might as well go for it here.
Luis Suarez.
And he should take some confidence that he is creating chances.
Thinking.
We're just down into the
8 more minutes
final
of
9
the
minutes.
90.
One mistake and it's
Cuadrado.
over.
I have
One
to-
mistake and send
Pjanic.
Barcelona home. One mistake and send
Cuadrado.
Juventus to the semi-finals.
And I have to admit the physicality of Ronaldo. I saw in a couple counter-attacks, he's literally bouncing off the centre-backs of Barcelona, which it just goes to show his physical attributes.
It's an interesting pass, wasn't it? But it didn't get through.
They're going to have to try to get something on his counter-attack. Players are not getting support. He has beaten the last man. Can he do something?
Will this be it?
Looking for a through
Just a
ball.
little bit wide.
Messi.
Just
pass.
a little bit
Corner out
too
there, a
wide.
bit lucky,
Even
it was
with that,
deflected.
he still seems to be a bit too tight for him.
The fatigue of the player definitely is taking its toll there. He didn't have the pace to beat the player. And unfortunately, the pass didn't have enough velocity
Heading
to...
into the last 2 minutes,
Now, can he take
Barcelona
them
are
on?
going to throw everything
Cross
that
it
they
now.
have to stay in this tournament. I think he's also the only regional player remaining in any tournament.
Messi.
So he has a lot of flags on his back at the moment.
He has to represent that country.
Dembele.
Ooh,
Perhaps should have gone for the pass instead of the
Tweedy.
dribble there.
Eddie Benatia.
Have Juventus done enough to seal the result?
looks like they have, but let's see. And they have. So what a wonderful
Victory
game.
today goes to
Andre.
Juventus.
Yes, definitely a tactical
Ready now
masterclass
to go
because
into
both teams
competitive
show their
action
different
again,
styles.
you would feel.
I love over the
Having
3
won
games.
this
that we saw contrasting games. It wasn't like a whitewash. We saw the first game, there was a victory, then it switched things around. And this last game was very tight, and it's a testament to the types of players we have in this tournament.
Yeah, and it seems as though Juventus, they found their form in the second game.
Yep.
Right, the second game, they really came out and attacked. So let's see where it goes.
Yep. Showed a lot of character, and listen, that shows the quality of players we have in this tournament. And I'm very excited to see who takes this thing and goes all the way.